Thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Inside, this building is a modern loft apartment unlike anything else in New York City.
Whoa, look at those windows. That is great.
It's got 2 floors, 2 baths,
and I think the ceilings in here are like 30 feet.
and it comes with a baby goat.
His name is Fred. He's nice.
How does this faucet work?
What? Look at that. That's bizarre. I've never seen that before.
Wow, this feels very futuristic.
And there's laundry.
Which most New York apartments don't have.
And that right there is the tippity top of the Empire State Building.
And we're here to find out if you should buy this place and live in the future,
Or if you should go back to the past 1,000 years and get a place with a window AC.
Look at all this central air we got. And we're pretty close to the 14th Street train station.
Which is pretty new and nice. Look at it. Here's our stop, and we're going like right over here. So, 5-10 minutes.
Very convenient if you happen to work at this place.
And we're by the best brunch you're gonna get all week. Jack's wife, Frida.
Then we got some corporate coffee.
And there's a gym. And a deli with a collection of pickles. Look at that. And I'm sure they have candy. Salad.
Teeth, pizza, scramble. Oh, this place looks really good actually.
And it wouldn't be New York without some fake Mexican food across the street.
When they scoop the food out of the feeding trays, you'll notice the liquid drains out of the bottom, but not completely. That's why your burrito is like just a big bite full of mush and liquid. Ugh.
If you eat here, it's your own fault. I mean, you could have got some chicken at this chicken place. But seriously, fun little neighborhood, lots of little cafes and restaurants. We're in Chelsea.
And I actually used to live around here. It was awesome.
I hear good things about Seymour's.
And not only can you see the top of the ESB, you can see the top of Walker Tower.
And if you look down the avenue here, look, you'll see it's just restaurants on both sides of the street.
Now, if you decide to live somewhere other than today's apartment, you're gonna wanna stop by the Murphy Bed Express.
Because your apartment might need one of these wall beds. Do you know why you can't see the beds? It's because they're behind this bookshelf and this other shelf right here. They're like the beds that fold down.
Now, the side streets here are also some of the prettiest in the city. You got some of these beautiful old townhouse style buildings.
Plus, it's very quiet, which is nice. Whoa, what is going on over here?
All right, here's our building, and look what it's across the street from. The Lantern House, very interesting. And that bridge right there, it's the High Line Park.
And up here, you've got a view of pretty much the entire area.
And the High Line is one of the best parks in the city.
Isn't this cool? It's like this elevated walkway. It's got observation points.
And believe it or not, this used to be an old rail track.
When I lived around this neighborhood, I was up on the park all the time. Got a really cool view of our building right here off in the corner.
And this is kind of like having your own little backyard. It's peaceful. You don't live that close, so people are like looking in your windows, which is nice.
And the city views actually get even better once you get up here. This is pretty wild. Look, you can see down into the car park and then the entire rest of the street.
And this is one of those neighborhoods that gets cooler as you get away from the train. Usually it's the opposite.
But other than buildings and the materials used to build buildings and a couple of little cafes, that's really it.
Which means if you want to live downtown without all the negatives that come with it, like excessive noise and stuff, this is definitely it. We've got to talk about something, because it's easy for something to happen that gets you down. And sometimes in life, a little thing will happen, but it'll cause you just insane amounts of emotional stress. I run 2 businesses and I've got 2 kids. And if I'm struggling with something or I'm just not in the right place, it's important to have somebody to talk to, because there's so many things in your life that are important that can't afford to take a hit if you're not feeling that great. And that's why I'm excited to talk about today's video sponsor, BetterHelp. The world's largest online therapy service with over 30,000 licensed therapists from a wide range of fields. And using BetterHelp is so simple. First, answer a few quick questions to get matched with a therapist. And since BetterHelp is online therapy, you can do all of this from the comfort of your own home. You can text, you can chat, you can schedule video calls, which basically means you can work with your therapist on your schedule. It's perfect if you're busy. If for some reason you'd like to change therapists, you can do so at any time at no cost. Plus, you're getting the same expert advice you'd get from in-person therapy. Every therapist you find through BetterHelp has a bachelor's degree or higher and is accredited by their state's respective licensing board. And that makes it easier than ever to get connected with the right person for you from your own home. And best of all, you can save 10% on your first month at BetterHelp by following the link below. That's betterhelp.com/CashJordan, BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. Now let's get back to the video. is on a dimmer switch. This place is pretty incredible, and it's $2.35 million, and it's a sale. And what's crazy about this place is it has all the nice things that come with a modern apartment, but it still has charm and character to it that you usually don't get when you rent like a box apartment or if you buy a box apartment. And the layout's so functional. Look, you have an actual foyer when you walk in. Right after you walk in, you can kick off your shoes. And then we've got two of these massive closets. The shelves in this one probably mean it could double as a pantry, but wait till we see the kitchen. There's a lot of storage there too. And what's also cool is these don't awkwardly open. They both open kind of like this, so you've got access to both sides at once. And this city is full of many a poorly thought out apartment that doesn't have a feature like that. Plus, look, we got the dual full lengths, so you'll know exactly how cool you are, or aren't. And just outside the foyer, next to the staircase, under the stairs, we've got the laundry. The Melee Touchtronic. How do you open this? Am I not smart enough to live here? And then, to open the door, you have to power it on, and then the washer does the same thing. Actually, this is the dryer, but look, you can see it's vented. And the reason a lot of apartments in the city don't have laundry in them is because there's just no way to vent out what's going on in there to the outside. Like this gray building here, those interior apartments, if you have laundry in the closet, where's the gas gonna go? That thing was built before laundry was even an idea. I like the understated nature of this bathroom. It seems really simple. Ain't nothing simple about that water pressure though, that's nice and loud. The mirror lights up. Is it also a medicine cabinet? I really don't want to break. Oh, nice, yes it is. And there's outlets hidden beneath it, that's pretty sweet. It's like they thought of what people would need in their bathroom before they built this place. Speaking of which, this is a super throne. You can even program it with your own personal posterior settings. And the shower, it's got this rather large door and then you have to step up, but that's because the tub is actually really deep. This is nice. And you've got the head and the wand. Understated, but very nice. So when you first look at this kitchen, it looks rather basic, but it's actually one of the more well thought out kitchens. I don't know what this remote does, so I'm gonna put it back, but look at how wide these drawers are. And not only are all the drawers real, they work, they're everywhere. For example, look, even this works. Usually this doesn't work in any apartment, but we've got plenty of storage and we've got ourselves a little beverage cooler. Check that out. If this isn't a dishwasher, okay, yeah, it's a dishwasher. I was gonna say, if that's not a dishwasher, but check this out. We've got all these built-in shelves. I think this is your pantry. Oh, cool, and it has a microwave. Yeah, you're not gonna need a separate pantry here. You got everything. These pull out. Those I can barely reach. And the fridge is nicely tucked away. I love how everything matches. We've got the double freezers down here. There's an ice maker in that one. This is great. The amount of counter space we've got here is insane. You've got plenty of room on both sides of the stove. And after you make something on the stove and you want to set it out, boom, you've got an island. Granite counters, very large. In fact, you'll probably be using it as your dinner table just because of where it's located. Well, maybe not a dinner table, but at least a breakfast table. I mean, you could fit 4 stools or people underneath this thing. I'm telling you, being on the 4th floor is very interesting because you can actually see what's going on outside the apartment. For example, if the people at the parking garage ever get someone's car stuck on one of those elevated lifts, you're gonna be able to watch the whole thing from right here. And the living room here kind of has 2 sections to it, and that's because we've got the elevated loft area that divides the space. Ow! I just hit my head on this. You'll have to get used to that, but I probably actually put a table right here. And if these are right above the dining table, which could be circular or square, you'll get a nice view and you won't end up smacking your head on them like I just did. Plus, think of how great that would be. A little table and chairs right there in the corner. That would look awesome. And then this other section here, this is a great area for a living room / den. It's already got the cables for your internet, for your TV. You can have a nice couch, basically anywhere in the room, TV right there. And according to the iPhone, the ceiling in here is 20 feet. That's awesome. Really makes me feel tall. And there's definitely enough space in here for whatever furniture you want to get. And I also think I know what this remote is for now. Nice, you can see they have them up there. Okay, cool.
Even with them closed, you can see there's still like a nice amount of light coming in. It's nice that you don't have to put these in. Boom, one button, and they all go right back up. What's cool about the upstairs here is they essentially built two of the same apartment on top of each other.
And that's why we have a foyer with more closet space. Look at that.
And the nice thing about this is you can kind of configure this place
To have whatever layout you want. You could use this as your entry point if you wanted to.
maybe have a little den area up here and then have your bed downstairs.
I don't know why you would do that, but you could do that.
But I don't think the designers of this place expect you to do that because this foyer's not as wide.
Remember the one downstairs, we had that whole area for like a bench and shoes, but here it's just walls, so definitely secondary entrance. And you know, the bathroom here, it's similar, but it's also a little bit nicer. We've got the same throne, but look at the design of the countertop here. It's wider.
Fantastic water pressure, but you've got all this counter space here. It's gonna be great for like bathroom stuff, toothbrushes, toothpaste, floss. You should floss your teeth. It's a good idea, even though it hurts.
The storage up here is really big. Do these light up? These buttons do. Oh, the lights are on the top, not on the sides.
The tile in here also has a much fancier feel to it.
And we've got something else in here. We've got the lights, which are on a dimmer, but there's also a warmer. One of these is a warmer. Storage in here, we got this cubby for stuff, little cabinet. And it is a standing shower, but we've got, again, a massive door here. Oh man. I'm always scared when I open these things when it's the first time, because one time I'm gonna...
Look at that massive shower head. That thing is beautiful. And we've got all of these guys and this little wand. Look at this little guy. That's so cool. There's a soap shelf, and I think this is a steam shower.
Yes, that explains why there's a little seal right here on the glass to keep the steam in. And what's probably the most interesting part of this place is this lofted area that's going to be the bedroom. First, you've got this awesome built-in dresser with the goat. I hope he stays, but look at this. All the shelves, everything you need, little vanity.
And as far as sleeping goes,
I feel like you could just land a massive bed right here. It would just be so picturesque.
and believe it or not, since we're actually a floor higher, the view here is a little bit better. You can see a little bit more of the ESB from up here. Not that you care, you can also see it from the park.
Fun fact, this is that observation deck called The Edge, the highest point on Manhattan's west side, if you want to go up there and get a little look. And as far as lofted bedrooms go, this is like an 8.5, 9-foot ceiling, so it's pretty good. You're not gonna hit your head up here. And there's probably a way to do something cool with this ledge, right? Like put some pillows on it, make it a little hangout. I don't know, it seems neat. I like these, I just can't stop looking at them. If you wanna live here, the seller's email right here. Hit them up. Ask them to throw in Fred the Goat. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video.